Hi, I'm Hayden Rainey, and I'm going to help you choose which business entity form you should have for your hair and nail salon. The business you are going to be opening is a beauty salon in Dallas, Texas. The name you have chosen for the salon is Bellissimo Salon. The reason you chose this name was because of its meaning in Italian, which is beautiful. I think it has a very elegant sound to it, which will draw in the right high-end customers. You chose to open this in Dallas, Texas because you're originally from there, and I know that Dallas is a great place to open a business and it will suit you very well. When creating a business, you have 5 different entity options. There is a sole proprietorship, a general partnership, a limited partnership, limited liability company, and a corporation. A sole proprietorship is a very simple and flexible form of business where you, the owner, are the business. Sole proprietorships are small businesses where you receive all of the profits, however, you also assume full liability. When owning a salon, full liability is not preferred. This is because you're constantly working on the customer's bodies and using chemicals. In this entity, you would include the profits of it on your personal income taxes, which is a benefit of not having to file a separate tax return for the business. But this also puts your personal assets at risk. I've decided there's too many disadvantages in a sole proprietorship and it would not suit you well. A general partnership would be a considerable entity if you were wanting a partner. Since you are the only person creating this business, I see no point in this entity. If you were to choose this entity, you and your partner would share all of the profits and losses, have joint ownership, and also both manage the business. In this entity, the partners are personally liable for all of the debts. The tax treatment of a general partnership is a pass-through entity. This is an advantage in the sense that the business has no tax liability and the tax is passed on to the partners and filed on their personal income tax returns. I don't think that you should use this entity form because you do not wish to have a joint partner and you would also assume full liability, which is not preferred in the salon business. A limited partnership entity was a more attractive form of partnership for you. You would be the general partner, which would leave you with all of the management and business debt responsibilities. This would also leave you with full liability. Then you would have a limited partner who would just contribute money to the business. This would leave them with no management rights and also limited liability to the amount that they have invested. The tax treatment would also be a pass-through entity, which is an advantage to not having double taxation. A limited partnership would be a good entity choice if you had someone willing to be a limited partner, but you still have full liability, so I wouldn't suggest this option. A corporation entity is a business that has shareholders, board of directors, and corporate officers. An advantage of a corporation is that the shareholders, you, have limited liability. There are different corporation forms, but the best for you would be a closed corporation because it's privately held and has few shareholders. A disadvantage of this entity is the double taxation, where the entity is taxed at a corporate level and then the shareholders are taxed at an individual level. Corporations may also be fined. I think that you should not choose this type of entity because of the major tax consequences and the complexity of the entity itself. The limited liability company, which is other referenced as LLC, is the entity that I've chosen for you. This is a good entity for the Bellissimo Salon because the LLC has many advantageous factors. One of the advantageous factors is that there's no personal liability, which is very important in the salon business. The only liability you would incur would be the capital that you put into the business. Unlike the corporation, an LLC is way more simple. It doesn't require shareholder and board of directors, which require board meetings, and an LLC may be taxed as a pass-through entity, which is a major advantage because it avoids double taxation. For these reasons, I think you should choose an LLC as the entity for Bellissimo salons.